This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25. Hello again. Welcome back to another Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. And the last game we have is the Minnesota Wilds as they are facing against the Vegas Golden Knights, the top team in the Pacific coast of the standings. As we may have already noticed it, that they are a better team to play over by other teams. And the Minnesota Wilds, the wild card team from the Central Division that have been playing it for so hard of it years, and they are finally back into the postseason after missing their last postseason of the playoffs. So this time, they might be what their take is. So who do you think will win this one? Will it be the Knights, or will it be the Wild to take over for game number 2? We'll see what happens with this game as it's right around the corner. Now, the next commentaries to finish it up I have is Terry Crews along with the other commentaries with Roy Cruz, and the third commentary is Ultra Beast. And the center ice on the court, I have it all lined in, and this time it's LJ. We'll see you all later, folks, for the post-game show after this game has been concluded. And now let's get into the game. Wilds, Knights, next on EA Sports. Hello everyone, Terry Crews here, and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Roy and Ultra. It's game 2 in Vegas as we are ready to get things started. And a lot of the line is happening here in Viva Las Vegas. Let's roll. As the Vegas Golden Knights wins the faceoff, we are underway in T-Mobile Arena. For the start, we have is McNabb. He will make his way across right toward the other side of the zone as he'll fire it up with around the net, right over to Barbashev. Barbashev's right toward in the middle as he'll try to get this pass over to Stone. Stone looks to Theodore as he'll send it over to Stone again the other way. Barbashev's right toward wing as he'll try to keep things going. Stone's right toward the opposite side of the zone, now it's trying to McNabb again to Theodore. Here's a shot from McNabb as the shot's blocked by Boldy. The rebound by Theodore, and he will now send to Eichel. Eichel's shot, and it's blocked by Fleury. Fleury is the starting goaltender for the Minnesota Wilds, and Aiden Hill is the starting goaltender for the Vegas Golden Knights. Now as they're ready to take things on, Barrett, one of the big teams, as we see Marc-Andre Fleury playing with the Vegas Golden Knights. The last time since 2018 was the last part of the game after finishing with the season with the Pittsburgh Penguins. But at this point, he really has done for one of his best takes here in a nice goaltender the other way. And what it takes is, it's become a better, stronger, and a faster pace.
You know, I've seen anything going on, and you know what happens here, Roy? I just really love seeing that Roy is looking out over it again and talking about Marc-Andre Fleury as he's been looking over right into the tree. You know, the hard angle does happen. I've seen some of the abuse of the better offense in their defense position. Sometimes it definitely gets over for Marc-Andre Fleury to pull in with some better shots. The take is that what you're looking at is another cool and a good set of a string. Now we need to figure it out if it can get through.
Now the win puts in for Bodine as he's right toward the lane, finds Zuccarello. The Wilds are in the offense zone in the Vegas territory. Brandon Todd has his puck. Now it moves over right toward the wing as he sends it deep to Hurdle. Good communication here, now finding Dorofiev. Gets a rebound, and he'll try to recoup again by Pietrangelo, now finding Hagee. Hagee rolls to Pietrangelo. Here's Dorofiev, and a shot's blocked in. Carry along with the rebound is Frederick Gooderer. Gooderer is right toward the wing on the opposite side. Here's a pass. Zuccarello shoots it, saved by Hill. Hill will get his first save of the night here with only 18:02 remaining. Now, as you take your Ultra Beast, who do you think that Game 2 will be to win this time?
Well, I'm going to say now that the Vegas Golden Knights have been really better to take in. I have a lot of great feeling for what they did here, so a lot of consequences. The Rage is putting in for a nice save. And I've got a good feeling here that they really kept on going back and forth and what they need to choose for is just a harder way that they're getting into. I love seeing anything that's going to make them feel like that we really are onto a nice big take here on the offense zone. And this is an excellent use. The better offense is making a good drive and you have it all coming in. I'm pretty sure that they're really going to keep things in at the same time. Hopefully the Golden Knights will keep that extension up. Now the rebound by Noah Hannafin. He sets over to Whitecloud. They'll find it over to Smith. Smith's right third wing. Kind of batting shot. Save up by Marc-Andre Fleury. Looks over to Whitecloud. Sets over. And next one-timer by Davey. Takes over by Brodin. They'll send it out of his zone. Now the Knights will have their offense zone as Whitecloud's right toward wing. A set deep pass to Ruau. Ruau spins across with a shot. Same play by Marc-Andre Fleury. One-timer makes a stop in mid-play by Marc-Andre Fleury. And he will now send it over to Ague. Rosie has his puck right toward the wing. Wilds are in the offense. Ague now finds Petrangelo as he'll set it over again. Now Ruau takes his own time, now finding the closer. And the first penalty will be on Breezeau. This will be his first
Number 15
penalty
on the Wilds, 2 minutes for tripping.
Justin Breezeau must have had that one with a little piece of it. A little snatch on the wing. And next one, he makes a trip, and that's going to be a bad play out there. On a take here, and this will be a Minnesota Wild's first penalty kill. First power play is on for Vegas Knights. As the Minnesota wins the faceoff, here's Brodin as he'll
Penalty on Minnesota, number 15, 2 minutes for tripping. Time and penalty, 16:29 remaining in the first period. That's a penalty for the Minnesota Wilds at number 15, Justin Breezeau, for a 2-minute tripping. Time and penalty, 16:29 remaining in the first period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights.
Stone looks at trouble, looks over at Eichel. Eichel shot save on Marc-Andre Fleury. And this will roll it back to Fedor. Fedor sets to Carlson. Carlson's right to away. One-timer for Dorofiev, and a shot save off here by the goaltender. And it's right over to Yakov Trenin. Dorofiev with his own rebound, now back the other way. Stone's right toward corner. In the wall, it's finding Fedor. Dorofiev sets it over to Fedor. And here's Mark Stone. Stone sets to Fedor. Here's a chance for Browning. Same play by Marc-Andre Fleury. Just 1 minute left for the Knights power play, and only 15:28 as we're nearing the 15-minute mark. You know, I have no overbrushing of the feeling, but you know, sometimes when Marc-Andre Fleury is getting a great use of his own speed, this really must take a bunch of it out of the way. I didn't really see anybody that's going to change over, and for some other reasons, this might be what takes in for the miss. Erdo with the rebound. Overtake. Palegna takes it out, and he'll clear his own out of here. Vegas are back in offense zone as this will deeps a pass to Barbashev. Barbashev waits impatiently. Smith shoots and bounding, save made by Marc-Andre Fleury. 30 seconds remaining in the Vegas power play. They'll hold it on again. Just look how good it is now. Marc-Andre Fleury, after one-timer, this is what they made on a big Pat save, and he's rolled it in. That's a great shutdown. But using that skill was just a hard time that they're doing for. And when you look into Marc-Andre Fleury, that's a great save. That's where he keeps on things good. And with that point, this really is going to stay it out every single digit.
Now that both teams are ready to take the next puck drop, no score in the game as he passed the 15-minute mark. Eichel wins the faceoff, and puck rolls out of the zone. Smith sends to Hannafin right toward the wing. Hannafin couldn't get over it. Here's a take. A still shot. Save off on the play by Smith on a rebound finding Hannafin. Hannafin looking over now finding the Stone. Here's one timer for Smith, and this one's redirected. Off with a shot. Scores! Mark Stone, his first score in a playoff game. They'll get their team on the board.
And this is what happens with Mark Stone to get his first goal in the power play. Look what he did. This is what he made him do, and this is the first part of the goal that the captain is delivering it on a great start. This is an incredible thing from Mark Stone as he gets out of the first goal on a drive and down here. We got made it through the pass over the Fleury. This is the first powerful goal that he's really taken.
So the length starts off in the first period as passing the 15-minute mark in the first period. And the wing puts it in for Jack Eichel as Petrangelo looks to Hague. Hague's right toward wing as he rolls it right toward the opposite side. The pass around the net now finds Petrangelo. Barbashev looks over to Stone. One time for Hague's shot. Big reach and a save by the pad by Marc-Andre Fleury. Now Petrangelo sits to Stone. Stone on the pass to Eichel. Eichel shoots it. Blocker save by the goaltender. Barbashev takes it over. Now the rebound by Stone as he will try to give over back to Petrangelo. On a take to Hague.
Score!
A set to Barbashev. That one takes over by Marco Rossi, and it's now rebounded by
Golden
Palermo.
Knights. His first
Good
goal
take
of the
here by
playoffs.
Brandon Hague.
Score on a power
And it's
play,
rolled
number
over to Eichel.
61.
Sorry, Nicholas Hague.
Stone!
And now here's Stone returning away.
Assisted by number 71,
It's
William.
impossible to say that. I mean, Nicholas Hague.
Carlson.
So you have to go with that.
And by number
Exactly.
19, Riley
Now Stone will try to take his own rebound. Now find
Time and a
Petrangelo.
goal for the Golden Knights power
Petrangelo
play.
sets to Stone.
5:25 remaining in the first.
Stone
Mark
will take
Stone
over
on
to
the power
McNabb.
play goals.
McNabb
First goal of the
saved
playoffs,
by
assisted by
Marc-Andre
William
Fleury.
Carlson and Riley
Petrangelo
Smith
straight toward
at
the net.
5:25 on the power play in the first period of
And
playoffs.
Niceway sets it over to Rosie. Vegas back in the offense zone. As now Hurdle will take his own wing. Fired around the net, now finding Side. Side sets it again to McNabb. Open outside. A redirected off of Eriksson Ek. And McNabb's right toward wing. McNabb coming in for Side. Side with a spin move and a chance and a save. Catching stop made by Marc-Andre Fleury. Rebounded by Shea Theodore as he'll send it back to Side. Here's one timer. Save made by Fleury. Fleury got another big piece of it afterward. He got another great stoppage.
Now that's what I see, like Marc-Andre Fleury. He must have got that one with a great use of his own attack. I agree. I never seen like he was getting it over at a nice take angle. That's a big, it's monstrous on drive.
On a shot, big save, catch made by Gill. 12:21 to go in the first period of the game, as now there's a ready to take on to the next face-off. And as the point line being said, Justin Brazeau has been transferred over to the Minnesota Wild after finishing the Bruins season. And for this time, Kirill Kaprizov has now entered in with their team on the other side of the Boston Bruins by David Pastrnak. We're not sure if there's any updates to confirm it, but we will let you know soon by next season of NHL 26.
You know, I've said about Justin Brazeau. You got to believe on that.
This really has to give a much added strategy. The effort is putting in pointless.
This really is much to take in here for Justin Brazeau
To finish off this season. Otherwise, there is no other starting off with the goal on the contact. The driving is just great.
But the perfect angle is that Bodine and their team are really has been pulling it off ever since they're doing this.
The longest time in a year must have been on their own way. The cover animation is just all it does for Justin Brazeau.
And right now, Kaprizov might be showing it off with a new recruitment
After Brad Marchand trade to head to the Panthers. Now McNabb will send it around the net. Now finds it over again to Whitecloud. He will send it again to Smith. Smith's right toward wing. A setting cut by Carlson. On a backhander, score! What a beauty backhander! And William Carlson gets his first playoff goal.
He never says that. William Carlson, that first backhander goal, and he just puts it right off the path. And that's a great feat. That's what happened with William Carlson. That's what he was thinking to do. I thought there was a couple defenders are already on top of them. But this is what happens with that the goaltender was blind up, he didn't see where it was coming, and he just went off underneath his kind of on the pad, and he just made that great goal. That's what happens with the first on the goal. Just give it out and start for Carlson. I indeed so. Carlson is like doing them at their best. I mean, no hard feelings for that. They're just really giving him all what he can.
Now Noah Hannafin's right toward the wing as he'll fire it around the net and send to Barbashev right toward wing. Here's another chance here after White Cloud finding Stone. Stone sends a pass over to White Cloud as he looks to Barbashev. Barbashev sets to Stone. Stone shoots! Oh, the diving play! That's saved up by Spurgeon! And back to Johansson it goes.
Oh my goodness. What a great save. That must have been happening with great use. That keying zone is going to keep him out big time.
Barbashev backhander pass right around again to Hannafin as he rolls the White Cloud. On a cut and bounding, finding Eichel. Eichel, oh, what a spinorama to get off the defender and rebound it again. Big save by Marc-Andre Fleury. Here's a chance to Petrangelo. Rolls in right up to the side of the net, and Fleury will cover it up with nearing a midway mark at 10:07. So a lot of time left in this period. Still no score for the Wilds as it's only 2-0 Vegas. Now Spurgeon trade over again to Chisholm. Chisholm gets spanned by the board. Pulls a stop. The rebound here by Vegas, and now is a shot. It's right behind the net in the cage. Giving over the pass, finding again to Higgy. And rebound by Sod. Sets the
Assisted by number 19, Riley Smith.
Trying to put it back by Dorfiat.
And by number 2, Zach
White. Still moving around afterwards. Nyquist takes
time
over.
to goal, 8:52 remaining in the first period. William Carlson with his first playoff goal, assisted by Riley Smith and Zach Whitecloud at 8:52 in the first period of playoffs.
Here's Hurdle. A chance over again to Dorfiat. Fires it off the glove and rebound by Marco Rossi again to Gustav Nyquist. Nyquist is right toward the zone. Get to Proletto! Easy pass saved by Hill, and he'll cover it with only 9:10 remaining. Now let's take a look over here with one of our biggest of Marc-Andre Fleury, and we will be seeing these right along. It's all for nothing as he takes it in. Sometimes it doesn't make anything that hard, but the use of it is bringing it in. And here he is. He's along with Eldred.
Thanks, folks. As I'm talking about Marc-Andre Fleury, to see for all for nothing, it makes it a use of a change on the skill. What that changes is what they used to. It's not about how you get to win, but the fact is they have to give one of their better use. They start off on all for nothing is a better pack to start off. Playing it from Quebec, and then, right from there, selected by the Vegas Golden Knights in 2017 NHL expansion draft, it was a big dishonored success after finishing off with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I haven't really seen anything going in, but this is what I've been believing in if Marc-Andre Fleury has a chance to do for all for nothing. There might be one change, but this might be a total competition that will keep in from the scoring. Let's hope there is a fact of it to give it all. Back to you.
After a save by Aiden Hill, here's Mark Stone. Fires it around net, now finds Jack Eichel. Eichel sets to Theodore and pass Hannafin on the deep rear end. Safe play by the Marc-Andre Fleury. Hannafin looks over it again to Barbashev. Rolls down, shot blocked as Johansson takes his rebound back to Zuccarello.
It's really going to be a battle out there. Oh wow, it's going to be a rumble takedown.
Now Hannafin rolls to Theodore, and now he will set the pass to Stone. Stone, go for two! Stop here for the play by goaltender. Outside Hannafin. Hannafin shoots a close save by Fleury. 7:38 remaining in the first period as we're getting ready for our next face-off to drop the puck. And as the wind puts it in, Faber looks over to Brodin. Brodin sets the Kaprizov. Kaprizov sets the Eriksson egg. Oh, it's blocked by Hannafin! What a great play by the Vegas!
That's great setup. You know, change-off is not really anything, but they've really done for it. I never seen what it's going to turn out. But some big success is going to make it feel like that we are all in this one. Because there was no playing on offsides, this really must have been turning into be everything a harder team to do for. I've never seen anything like they were doing it for a big take, because this must have been a big use on a stoppage. This really kept them from coming back here for 8-0, and that's a great use of a stop.
On a shot clock save by Gill. Under 7 minutes in the first period as they're getting ready for another next face-off. They're expecting him that the flying in this game, as the Wilds are expected that Marc-Andre Fleury is about to be retired after the postseason, and now with this last game, it has been turned to be join Team Canada on the other side. It must have been showing it in, but he was not able to be focused on with Team USA's American team, but joining in Team Canada is hard an expectation.
Well, I don't see anything that's the big news with the NHL commitment, and for sometimes it just doesn't make anything that hard. And what that simple is, that they're really changing it over to, I just have no concentration of what's going to change. What they don't see now is that they really been leaving it up ever since the game has already been happening to make the expired and the reigning into success. This really might be all over the line, and they really are not getting all of what they're doing for. Marc-Andre Fleury seems to be like he's finishing out for the season, and it looks like that this might be helping them to finish off that they're doing for. Well, I guess it doesn't mean now or not.
Now is a win for the Vegas Golden Knights as Nicholas Skagius right toward in the back opposite corner and sent it over to Saad. Saad rolls over right toward the wing. On a chance effort, save made by Marc-Andre Fleury. Pietrangelo again to Skagius as he rolls it right toward the opposite zone. Get back to Pietrangelo. Keep the Knights from passing around in toward the back. And he'll set the back over to Hurdle. Hurdle sets it over back to Saad to keep the puck moving. And now Pietrangelo. Here's a shot for Saad. It's blocked. Rebounded by Pietrangelo. And over. Saad shot. Save play. Oh, that stays out by Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh, great save. That's something that they were doing all for nothing, and that one really must have hit it off.
And a penalty will be on Vegas. This will be a tripping.
Number 14 on the Knights, 2 minutes for tripping.
Hey, that's just not a bad choice here. But this is a bad idea that you're doing it on a tripping. That Nicholas Hagee was really giving him knock somebody over.
As of right now, they will get their first power play for Minnesota.
Minnesota's not always a better team that you want to start off with. If you're looking to get over this, you have to do it on your own. Don't try to take commitments if you're going to take out.
Now McNabb
Penalty on Vegas, number 14, 2 minutes for tripping. Time penalty, 5:25 remaining in the first period of the playoffs. That's a penalty for the Vegas Golden Knights. Nicholas Hagee for number 14 for a 2-minute penalty on tripping. Time penalty, 5:25 remaining in the first period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
In the first period, it rolls over back to Trennan. And there will be another penalty.
Oh, this is not good. I don't know what's going on over here. It looks like the Hannafin's going to be tripped in.
Number 15 on the Knights, 2 minutes for tripping.
You see, that's how bad that is for Noah Hannafin. I didn't really figure he was going to try to give it over, but he was way too slow to get that puck out of here. And now we're getting a 5-on-3 attackers for the Minnesota Wilds.
So the first 5-on-3 will be on Minnesota with under 5 minutes.
Nothing to do for that. You're not doing this on your own. Don't play it like you're doing it, how bad it is. Don't complain to the referees on what's saying, what did I just do?
Now Kaprizov back on ice, and here's Matthew Boldy. Sets Harrison Eck and a shot saved by Hill. Knights on the back on a fast break effort. And he'll have his first chance to have that save on a power play effort by Minnesota. Now's the win for Minnesota. Kaprizov shot saved by Hill. He'll cover it up and get ready for our next puck drop. Only 4:25 remaining in the first. And now let's roll over to the other side. LJ, your mark-in chance for Mark Stone.
Mark Stone's one of our biggest and a captain for the team of the Golden Knights, as they're putting in, with a nice use effort. What he does is, it's called a yoink ability. The defensive side has been turning to be excellent on his pro. On his year, before being drafted with the team by 2019, it was really what they took.
He scores! Marco Rossi gets his first power play goal as they're up on the board with a 2-1 game.
Well, that's it. It always ends now, because Marco Rossi has his own first power play goal, and he really roaches it in. Thanks to Joel Eriksson with a tape-to-tape, he must have given over back to Marco Rossi, and that goal really took it in to beat over again by Aiden Hill.
That's right now, as the Marc-Andre Fleury's team are down by 1. They're looking for another power play goal to even up. Matthew Boldy's right toward wing, and he sets
The
the
Wild's power play goal. Score for Minnesota Wilds. His first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason. Score on a power play, number 23, Marco Rossi. He's assisted by number 12, Matthew Boldy, and by number 14, Joel Eriksson. Gentlemen, a goal for the Wild's power play. 15:52 remaining in the first period. Marco Rossi, his first playoff goal on power play, assisted by Matthew Boldy and Joel Eriksson at 15:52 power play minutes for the Minnesota Wilds in the first period of the playoffs.
Will fire it around the net, finding Howden. Howden's right toward wing, now finding Higgy. McNabb shoots, saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. Pulls it right toward the wall. Harvin right toward the wing, and now it's finding again to Gustav Nyquist. And here's a chance. Pulls him down, McNabb takes it over. Now Kolzer will have his chance. He'll dump it in, and now the rebound puts in by Kaprizov. Deep pass to Nyquist. He's always coming down now. Man is coming out to meet the power play expired. McNabb pulls down, and with that, power play's over. As this will be back to the full strength, only one power play goal for Minnesota Wilds.
Just didn't really think it was going to happen like this. And that power play must have happened with only one goal, as the one player comes out, and then the other player comes on. As to this point, no power play to give it a time. I don't even see how this happened, but that really kept us going. You know, I really think that this is just a common mistake here. I mean, there's nobody like giving it a use of their own energy space. This needs to give Theodore another chance to like get back in the zone. This needs to be kept on from coming back in towards from this goaltending. This is a great stoppage for Aiden Hill, and he's been picking it up here for this next game.
And now Barbashev will now find over into the middle to get to Brennan Saad. Saad. Here's White Cloud. Blocker saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. And he sets over to Barbashev, finding Hurdle. Hurdle shoots for the rebound. Stopped by Brazil. And it's right back to the Yakov Trenin. Justin Brazil losing his puck control. Saad takes it over. The kick over. Rebound by Nyquist. Minnesota back in the offense zone as Rock Faber sits to Nyquist. Moves around, safe. Pulls it right toward right near the net. Eichel rolls it again to Barbashev. And Barbashev will try to run it around the net. Side takes it over. Now he finds a pass to Whitecloud. One time Carlson scores! That will be 2 playoff goals for William Carlson. This one goes up for a 3-1 lead.
Not all that time for William Carlson. That gets another nice short on a great chance on a longer distance. And William Carlson thundered it. The Clapper is putting in nice and deep. And he just has to off from this pad. And this one makes another nice goal to put it in for the Golden Knights.
So the Golden Knights are up by 2. It is a 3-1 game with 1:13 remaining in the first.
I just got to say, Marc-Andre Fleury.
I don't think he was ever reaching it again, but it seemed like that
This might have been a take on its own use. The timing is just right. I don't know what's going to keep on happening. If Gustafson's going to be watching on Fleury to do his own time. You know,
1 minute to remain in the first period.
They just need to keep him going in from big to big, blank to blank.
Here's Carlson as we're under a minute remaining in the first period.
Party Golden Knights get second in the playoffs. Score by number 71.
Broken up by Chisholm. Holding sets to Kaprizov. Kaprizov looks at Eric.
Assisted by number 2, Zach.
Kaprizov broken up by Smith. And delay penalty now will be on the Minnesota Wilds. This will be 2-2. As now Petrangelo will now send
Time
over
and goal,
and
18:47 remaining in the
Stone's
first
really
period.
picking up the pace afterwards. I mean, he's not really happy at all. Now as slashing is
Number
gonna be
12 on
starting
the
on
Wilds,
Matthew
2 minutes
Boldy.
for slashing.
That's gonna be 20
Number
after
36 on the Wilds, 2 minutes for slashing.
Not only that, but Matt Zuccarello's also in the penalty box. He also gave him a slashing too. This is going to be Pat's idea. I don't know what's going to
Minnesota penalty number 12, 2 minutes for slashing. And number 36, 2 minutes for slashing. Time and a penalty for both players, 48 seconds in the second period. That's a penalty on the Minnesota Wilds, Matthew Boldy and Matt Zuccarello for a 2-minute slashing. Time and penalty, 48 seconds in the first period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights
and now we for the first period.
Energy Power
3 was the score. Vegas starting off strong. We'll get to the second period when we come back after the break. Welcome back, everybody, as we're ready to get started for the second period. And here we go, we're ready to get this thing started. As while the extra skater is off the ice, as right now it's still a 5-on-3 attack for the Vegas Golden Knights. Alright here folks, I have your little takes here of how they did in the first period. Let's see what your takes are, guys.
Well, I've been seeing going on with some little outraging battles of emotion, and sometimes when I've seen something that's way out of target, that's being put in. He scores!
Oh wow! Our Carlson started off the second and he finally gets his hat trick on the early range whenever Vegas saluted out to William Carlson. Unbelievable!
Well, doesn't take the back out of there. That's William Carlson is made in. A power play goal, and he has 3. My goodness! Now, looking back over William Carlson, that's a good thing. I was able to see how this is about William Carlson here, and that goal really took it in.
That is an excellent playing goal to have a chance to beat over the goaltender.
That is right. This is the biggest start here for William Carlson, as he really has his own 3 goals in this game. What I've seen clearly, because that's zone buckets, is not really always what it takes. That goal must have been put in with some hard extra attacker, and this makes it up in the lead of the chain than a 4-1 in a row. This playoff cannot be contended to give it all with William Carlson. He has stuck it again to make 3 goals a chain. Looks like he's definitely on a hard range, but it looks like another game will be a living on if he gets another goal. I'll find out and see what happens. Jerry, back to you.
Now Stone's right turning the wing as the power play's still up. Stone trying to cut and rebound by Carlson. Trying to go for 4. Eichel sets back to Carlson. Carlson, he goes again! Whipped it and missed away. Carlson pulls it back in as Eriksson will dump it out.
Party Golden
Wilds
Knights.
penalty stop,
It's
and
for
it's almost
goal.
up.
The pass on a hat
And
trick.
Hurdle's right
Scoring
to
on
the wing.
power play
And
number
that will do it.
71
The power play's
unassisted.
over. For the Vegas Golden Knights, it's Kaprizov's out. Here he comes! Great take here by Theodore.
Time
to
and
pull
goal
it
for the
off
Golden
with
Knights power
defensive
play.
poke check.
28 seconds in the second period. William Carlson,
Now it
his power
goes to
play
Bird.
goal, third goal of the playoffs on a hat trick. Got assisted by the
Slows
team for
it
the
down.
Golden Knights in the second
Finds it over
period.
to
At 28
Olofsson.
seconds on a power
Olofsson
play
tries
in the
to give
playoffs.
Roberto a chance. Finding Dorofiev. Fires it. Saved out by Fleury. Fleury's going to hold it in with only 17:59 in the second period. And he'll get ready for another puck drop. A lot of aligned range afterwards. Vegas Golden Knights up an extension 4-1. Now to win. Here's a chance now to Theodore. Theodore looks at Side. Side. McNabb shoots. Close catch by Fleury. And he rolled it out one here pretty quickly to give it up in the lead. Now they're off to take the next puck drop. 91/83. It's a little uneven here, but they're still trying to do their own handle. Now to win, as McNabb rolls it in right across, and he sets the side right toward wing. Get back to McNabb and the other way. And a finding Dorofeyev is right behind it, and Hurdle takes back to Theodore. Theodore looking over, now finding the side. Schinzel takes it over. On his way down the attack. Got blocked up, side takes over. Theodore rolls the other way, now he finds it again, a Hurdle. Hurdle pass to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev right around the net. And Hurdle sets the side. Side shot's blocked. It's rebounded by Petrangelo, and he gets to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev again to side. Rolls the pass back over again to Ruau. Frederick Gruder takes it over, and now it rolls to Ruau. We'll try to reset the group again to Petrangelo this time. Took a smash hit here right toward the wall. Outside Kolzar. Fires that shot. Up the pad. Save B by Marc-Andre Fleury. Side takes it over. He finds the Kolzar. Here's Hague. Hague shoots it. Save play by the goaltender. Rebound chance. Denies it. Oh, he rolled it again. Marc-Andre Fleury must have got that piece out there.
He really must have given all the nice stoppage. That's really a big hit.
Wow. A color motion save by Marc-Andre Fleury. And he makes a blocker stop. A lot of chance going on here for the Golden Knights. This is definitely what happens now. They are really making it off their big.
Well, they're not really always happening enough, but that really took them out. Just a big time off it.
Whitecloud now rolls to Ruau and sets over to Barbashev as he will now rolls against Stone. Stone shoots and gloves it up by Fleury. 15:54 remaining in the second period. They'll get ready for another puck drop. There's a lot of shots on goal for the Golden Knights. 46/24. And the Minnesota Wilds are really trying to get their goals back. Now here's Brodin. He's right toward the way. He'll set to Boldy. Eriksson Ek. Right toward Wayne. On a chance to Mountain. Stone takes it out. And now rolls to Whitecloud. A send to Stone. Sends it back to Barbashev. Barbashev stops the bounding, finding Stone. And he just couldn't get over it. Cut in motion now, finding Brock Faber. Into our middle, move around again. Poked it out here by Aiden Hill. Whitecloud holds it out. The rebound by Barbashev is right toward the way. He will fire that dumping around the net. A backhand pass ahead of him, and he rolls to Whitecloud. Whitecloud looks to Stone. Stone to give over now to Olofsson. Eriksson Ek takes it out. On his way, shoots it. Stopped by Theodore. Now it's back to Olofsson as he sets it over to Carlson. Carlson went down. Rebound by Brodin. And a pass over to Boldy. Boldy. Toward his up. Theodore takes it out and he now rolls to Carlson. A set pass over again to Smith. Smith, chance to Carlson. He rolled it out. Faber takes it over, now finds some Trennan. Yakov Trennan's right toward away, sets to Brazier. Brazier should save by Gill. 14:31 remaining in the second. 4-1 to score, Vegas. Now the win for Vegas as McNabb's right toward the wing as he sets over to Hurdle. He sends it aside, he will give it over to Theodore. Theodore on the rush in the Minnesota territory. Took a swipe on the downward. Man, that is the biggest one I hit. Here, just getting away with that one clean.
I don't see anything going on, but that really must have been taking a lot of great strength.
That pass to Fingal must have been likely where he's knocked out. Sends to Hurdle. Here's a chance in the play. Saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. And Saad with his own rebound. And Foligno takes it over. Past the 15-minute mark in the second period. Now Petrangelo is right toward the wing as he sets it over right toward the opposite side. A set to Howden, and he looks to Hague. Hague is right toward the wing. Sets the pass to Hurdle. Hurdle slides back, fires it. That one is off a defender, and this one deflected on the wall. Now Howden's right toward the opposite side as he will roll it out of here. The Golden Knights are back in offense zone as Hannafin's right toward the wing again to Colzer, again to Hurdle. Hurdle gives to Howden. Howden rolling in toward behind it. Right to the net. Right down a sledgehammer. Foligno finds Rosie. Hannafin takes over now, finding the White Cloud as he sets it off to Hurdle. Hurdle's right toward wing. And a beat pass over to Stone. White Cloud sets it back. Can't find anybody. Guru takes it over. And now this one will pull the pass to Faber. Faber again to Zuccarello. Zuccarello fires a shot saved by Gill. Stone's right around the net. And opposite his own end to Barbashev. He looks to Stone. Stone on a quick chancing muscle in. Side shot. Eichel. Shoot, saved by Fleury. 12:29 remaining in the second period to get ready for another face-off coming up. Now as they get these things settled in, 7:35 and 1:35 for Minnesota on time on attack. They'll get another win. McNabb sets the Theodore, and he'll look over again at Smith. Johansson's right toward the wing, trying to get right in toward the zone. On a shot, stop at a big bounce save. Theodore is right toward the wing now, finding Carlson. Carlson slows down, pass to Olofsson, and that's Faber sets it over. Here's Boldy on the opposite zone, covered up by Hill. Theodore around the net to give to Olofsson, pass to Theodore, and then we'll give it again to Smith. Smith stops and slows down, now finding Carlson. Carlson, and broken up the plays afterwards, and this will be Hill. And you'll look over now, finding the opposite side, again Olofsson. And here's Hagee's right turn, the opposite wing. Smith rolls the pass. Faber broken up. Erickson net. Hagee brings it back. Golden Knights retrieving. Theodore right toward opposite, and again by Howden. Now finding Rural. Shoots it. Blocker saved B by Marc-Andre Fleury. Theodore again to Hagee. Keeps play alive. And this won't keep it in. Now Shredden's right toward the wing. On a pass to Brazeau, shot blocked by Higgy. Again over to Howden. Howden's right toward wing, fires it around net to Ruau. Open pass to Higgy. Now Howden, that broken up by Brodin. Brodin right toward the wing. Move in front, toward the slot, stopped by Gill. And behind the net is Hagee. He will give again to Dorofeev. Dorofeev. Back to Brodin. The Wild picks up another rebound on the upper side of the zone. Back to Hurdle. In the Wild's territory. This will give over to Dorofeev. Dorofeev. Fine White Cloud. Fires it. Blocker saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. Puck will fly into the netting out of play. Now they're off to take the next puck drop as Minnesota Wilds are still trying to get that goal back. Now the win for Minnesota. Barbashev, and we'll have to roll it offside from here. So as for the draft lottery update, we do have a winner. The number one draft will be the New York Islanders, as this will be the first start for the NHL Draft 25.
Well, it does seem like it was pretty good enough for real. I've just really seen every draft lottery, but I ain't noticed it before, but this really kept them on coming back farther. The faster they go, the farther they get. I feel like there's going to be a higher draft picks here for the NHL offseason, but as for the next new season arrives, this might be their take in. It's a better choice to keep it out from the ground. This behind it is just really easy enough that they're doing it for. I've really seen so many patients out there, they're really sure enough that this keeps you on from playing backwards and forwards. I've seen something going on. Looks like the New York Islanders are going to get their first pick of the NHL draft. Can't wait to see what's going on, especially the DJ Beats too. Stone's right toward wing and toward the net. That went off a goaltender and rebound by Eichel. Set back to Pietrangelo. It looks like Hagee. Hagee shoots. Stone takes over. Shoots it right across from it.
And a save puts up by Marc-Andre Fleury to Higgy. Higgy looks over to now, finding Petrangelo. Eichel, right around toward him. Stop and play by goaltender.
This kept on coming from backward and playing insane run scores. The breakdown's definitely going to be a hard problem.
Chisholm round finds Rosie. Rosie shoots. And that one kicks off and away by Aiden Hill. Foligno behind the net. This one rolls it back. And he now sets the Berdine. And it's broken up by Dorifia. On a breakaway chain. Move around. Saved by Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh, that one was unbelievable. I couldn't just get over this at the right time. I thought this was easy enough.
Pass to Dorifia. He rolls down. Oh, Goodero, you gonna get it? Scores! All alone. They go back down by 2.
Now that alone took it everywhere. No question. There was no stoppage. And this effort from Frederick Goodero as they're pulling it back. Nice takeaway. The all-alone sets that happened to be Frederick Goodero. And he was really wimped out. He didn't really think it wasn't easy enough to make him score. That's definitely a probiotic that make another attack motion. This is really closing on the range.
Now is the win for Minnesota Wilds as Matthew Baldy's right toward Wayne. He sets the field. Frederick Goodero earns his 4th playoff goal in every game of the postseason. And now he outs the hurdle. Dorofiev rolling in, and he went down, and this will be a penalty on Birdie.
Number 25, Minnesota, 2 minutes for interference.
That's going to be a 2-minute interference. That's definitely not turning to be an easy way to do it for. And this is definitely warming out. That's definitely going to knock somebody over.
So now, as the interference puts it in on Minnesota Wild, the Vegas Golden Knights are getting another power play in.
When playing for some good position here, they've just got to get right into this and do it all at the same time. Don't let anyone try to leave over your fools behind. Because this
Minnesota penalty, number 25, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, get a 1 remaining in the second period of the playoffs. That's a Minnesota penalty on Jonas Berdine, number 25, for the 2-minute penalty on interference. Time of penalty, get a 1 remaining in the second period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights
Stop black. And here's another one hurdle. Oh, the breakaway chain rolling in front. Faber taken away. Now it rolls over to Faber.
Score for the Minnesota Wild. His first goal of the playoffs. Score unassisted by a team, number 89. Frederick Goodero. Time of the goal, 11:45 remaining in the second period. That's Frederick Goodero. His first goal of the playoffs. Score unassisted by a team for the Minnesota Wild. At 11:45 in the second period of the playoffs.
And now Smith. Smith shoots. Well saved by Fleury. And here's another one to Hartman. He's right toward the wing. Passes over, block the shot. Here's another take. Stones right toward the opposite zone. Spurgeon finds Chisholm. Chisholm's right toward in the zone. Fires it. Peter takes it out. Eichel's right toward Wayne. Finds it to Carlson on the opposite side. It's back to Chisholm. Chisholm looks to Foligno. And now Foligno's right toward Wayne. Trying to go for shorthanded as Stone will take it back. Dorofeyev right again. Over to Carlson. Carlson, goal for 4! Stop made by Marc-Andre Fleury. What a wild save!
This kept on coming back afterwards. I was seeing things. That is just great too.
And they will go offside as with only 5 seconds for tonight's power play.
Look at what happened there with the last play here. This is what happened with Carlson. He was trying to get that neat goal. But what this didn't feel like that, Fleury's just pulling it back up. He's not quitting it here. He just really makes a wild save to keep it up. There is no chance not to quit here. All I can expect now is that the Golden Knights are definitely getting out of the zone. This really kept it on from coming back.
And the power play's over for the Vegas Golden Knights as Dorofeyev and her team are back in 8-inch strength.
Great set here from Marc-Andre Fleury. I didn't see what goes in with some big takes, and
when you're looking at it last time, when you're just looking at Marc-Andre Fleury, this is the wildest save that he ever got. That's a big chance. Kicked out here by Marc-Andre Fleury as Zuccarello takes it over. Now rolls over. Morel. Rolling bounding. Covered up by Hill. Just about 5:29 remaining in the second period. As again, another face-off coming up. Well, wins the face-off. Now Petrangelo's right toward opposite zone. Moves Zuccarello. Save play by Hill. He'll roll it around the net. The rebound by Hayden. And the pass now finds Kolzer. Kolzer with the break. On a shot. Save play. Gets rebound by Faber. Hayden. Rebound by Petrangelo. Looks at the Kolzer. Fires a shot. Saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. Gutierrez right behind it. On a shot, redirected wide. Rebound by Kolzar. Again to Howden. Howden's right toward the opposite zones. And he broke it again. Kaprizov now finds Boldy. Boldy looks in. Moves again. Saved by Gill. Hannafin gives it over to Ruel. Minnesota Wild's trying to answer it in. And they'll cover it up by Marc-Andre Fleury with only 4:29 remaining in the second period. 4-2 is the score. Now the Golden Knights wins the face-off as Whitecloud sets to Hannafin. Looks to Olofsson. And it's back to Matthew Baldy as he's right toward the opposite zone. Ascended off to Kaprizov. Moves in play. What a stop by Hill. Olofsson gets his own rebound and the Golden Knights will have it. Not just anyone who is going to get the Olofsson to. This is like the closest save that he's going to get. Spurgeon takes over and finds Kaprizov. In toward wing. Slides out. Matthew Boldy behind the net. Noah Hannafin getting no rebound now finding Carlson as he over now to Whitecloud. To set up a new line group, we'll have to reset it here from the offensive position. And this one goes to Foligno. Big save by Gill. Sends up on a shot. Pat saved up by Hill. Eichel now finds Stone and he'll have it again to Barbashev. The Golden Knights are back in Minnesota territory. Rolls around the net to Eichel. Eichel rolls it in for the outside and he will give it over now, finding off to Hannafin. Fedor shoots it, saved by Fleury. 3:12 remaining in a second period. They'll get their next face-off coming up. Folks, if you're looking for your next game here, make sure you find yourself with some better seats in to get ready for another playoffs to get on the line. For as for Game 3, will be 2 games for the Western Conference to get this thing started. First, we will have is the Blues facing against the Jets at Enterprise Center. And then the second game will be the Minnesota Wilds facing against the Golden Knights at Xcel Energy Center. That'll be the next part of the game to keep your eyes on the coverage for our next game. And then 3 games will be happening here in toward the line. Starting off with the Carolina Hurricanes that face against the Devils at Prudential Center. Game coverage starts at 1:30 p.m. And then another game will be the Western Conference as the other side will bring on for this part of the team. As for later for tonight, the Stars and the Avalanche at Ball Arena. And then pretty back in the Eastern Conference zone, we'll take a quick step to take a quick closer look to show what the game goes in as we have another great takes. This matchup is definitely one of our biggest of the zones here at the Canadian Bells, Canadians and the Capitals at the Bell Century Bell. But that will be the next part of the game. But as of this point, Florida Showdown will continue here to get ready for Game 3 at Emorant Bank Arena for the Florida Panthers to get over facing against the Lightning. Coverage will start at 5 p.m. on Son of Peace. Be sure to keep your eyes here for the next part of the game only on Son of Peace to stay locked in and keep on subscribing. And a new reach of this site, we will be adding some new future excitements for the new channel coming up coming underway, and your home at the future gaming is right on the line, where no matter where you are, the SOBs Gaming is the new home to be here for next level. Get ready to show how the coverage is starting on August 2025. That'll be the summer before September. Oh, I really love seeing this. I think the gaming is definitely going to be really like new changing channel. Maybe that might be happening. I think so.
Well, it could be. I mean, let's hope if he keeps it all on at that point. True.
He scores! St. Peter! He's still alive and get another goal for a right again for the Knights.
This is for Shea Theodore, and he wasn't really seeing the CNR. And this happened with only one, but this gets an offense to have his own stride each other. Now, take a look at the CNR. When that happens for Shea Theodore, you see a good look in the vision. You have the goaltender matching up, you've got the man on you, you have a one-on face-on attack. That's simply a number to go for the Golden Knights as they've been doing it for. This really gets the arms coming flying up. I see what Doug said.
There's 1 minute of play in the second period.
Now the Knights will have it. McNabb sets to Theodore. Theodore passes to Stone. Stone fires it around the net. Now finds again to Barbashev. Barbashev looks to Theodore. Looks over to Eichel. Eichel! Swing and a miss. Back to Barbashev. Bulls Eichel. Back shot saved by Fleury. And Fleury's going to hold it here with only 34.4 seconds in the second period. Here's the win for Erickson Ek as Spurgeon is right toward again the goalie. The pass over now for Kirill Kaprizov. Shot save right
Score
here.
by number 27. Shea
Barbashev and he tries to avoid the stick.
Assisted by number 10, Nicholas.
Eichel tries to run away. Sends it around again.
And by number 21,
And the rebound by Theodore was sent back to Eichel. Eichel couldn't hold on to it.
Coming to goal, 19 minutes remaining in the second period.
Hold
Shea
it.
Theodore, his first playoff goal, assisted by Nicholas Rural and Brett Howden at 19 minutes in the second period of the playoffs.
And we have one more period to go coming up after the break. You're watching the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Be back after this. And we're off for period number 3. Ready for the puck drop. And here we go as we're ready to get this thing started. And this is where the fans pull in to finish game 2 in Vegas T-Mobile Arena. Let's see if there's a choice here between the range of the two Vegas and Minnesota. All right, to take over for you here, guys. Let's see what your thoughts are.
Well, it seemed like that Kirill Kaprizov hasn't really been able to get his own goal in the first game because he was definitely been locked out. And whoa, what a goal. That's Erickson Ek as he only put it in. I didn't see what that goes in. Now, Joel Erickson Ek, after Kaprizov's pass, this is what happens with deflection. He pulls it in with the throw, right? He found an open player behind him, and with Erickson Ek, he fires that one with the shot quickly, and right toward him, he was watching the puck flying in, and he got it right toward the net. That's a great playoff drive.
Now here's the win for Brodin with 19:30 left to start in the third period. 30 seconds of the goal in the play. 30 seconds for the third period of the playoffs, as he's really trying to get this tight game on the goal. Still looking for a leading score to even up, as the Wild still trying to get another goal in to answer back. Eichel wins the faceoff, and now Theodore is right behind the net.
Score for the Minnesota
Setting it
Wilds.
over.
His second goal of the playoffs. First goal of the postseason, scored by number 14, Joel Erickson Ek.
It's back to
He's
Barbashev.
assisted by number 97,
McNabb's right
Kirill
toward Wayne.
Kaprizov. Time of the goal,
Goes
28
down.
seconds remaining in the third period.
And
Joel
rolls
Erickson
it
Ek,
back
his
to
second goal of
Theodore.
the playoffs, assisted by
Theodore sets over
Kirill
to
Kaprizov.
Stone.
at 28 seconds in the third period of the playoffs.
Barbashev shot saved made by Marc-Andre Fleury. Again to Johansson. He will set it up across again to Brodin. Back into Vegas territory, it's Gruberu. Going for 5 is now finding a pass to Faber. On a shot save on a play. Barbashev rolls it over, now finds it again at Hurdle. He'll set it over again, now find it again to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev for pass to Barbashev. Barbashev now sends it around net. Again to Pietrangelo as he looks it over to Kagyu. The rebound by Foligno, he's right toward the upper zone. Good poke check here for the Vegas team. Nyquist, shot saved by Hill. Again to Hurdle. Carries his own rebound right toward the opposite side in the Vegas zone. And now Pietrangelo will handle it. Open look to Kagyu. Here's Smith shoots, saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. Brodin with the rebound. Nyquist is off on a start. Hasn't been seeing his first goal with his new team for a while in the playoffs. He really has to give somebody else an open look. This speed up's really what he needs to do is he just got to get another great goal to get to a better status. It's not gonna make anything helpful. They really need to keep on doing it again. And rebound by Hannafin. Sets to Carlson. Slides it back. Pass to Smith, broken up. Here's Kaprizov, right toward the wing. He finds it open. Look. Nothing given here. Smith fires it. And Faber's right toward the wing as Carlson's back in defense. Baldy pass to Kaprizov. And it's backed over now. Finding again on the Golden Knights to Howden. Howden. And if it shoots, well, saved by Fleury. 16:50 remaining in the third period. And they'll have another playoff coming up. On the next face-off between the two. 5-3 is score for Vegas. Burrell wins the face-off as now Kolzer is sitting in toward his zone, trying to go for a backhander. No penalty on the Wilds. Eriksson Ek. Kaprizov shoots, scores! Kaprizov his own first power playoff goal, and he now had it settled in to get a close game.
Well, Kirill Kaprizov is already done now. I just have to say that this doesn't make anything a change difference. Kirill Kaprizov was really given a use of a lift stick. And to have their next goal, it's big takes in, and he now has his first playoff goal to get back in as better as they can.
Vegas wins the face-off, and now Hannafin's right toward the deep zone to Kolzer. Kolzer sends a deep pass. Chisholm takes over. And now finds Zuccarello. And a rebound by the Wild. Right toward near the net. Stopped by Howden.
Score for the Minnesota Wild. His first goal of the playoffs. Score by number 97, Kirill Kaprizov. He's assisted by number 14, Joel Eriksson Ek. And by number 12, Matt Boldy.
Off to McNabb.
Time of the goal, 3:22 remaining in the third period. Kirill Kaprizov, his first playoff goal, assisted by Joel Eriksson Ek and Matt Boldy in the third period at 3:22 in the playoffs.
No offside on the Golden Knights. A Theodore chance. Moves around inside. Let's never see a nice stop again by the pad on the goaltender. Here's Johansson, sets the Spurgeon, shoots it safe play here by Gill. Johansson rolls it Spurgeon. Again to Johansson, stop made here. McNabb rolls it over. Now finds Barbashev. Barbashev sets it over to Rural. Rural, Stone, redirected, off by Barbashev. Give it deep to Stone. Big save by Marc-Andre Fleury. Pietrangelo rolling into trouble. Finds over to Barbashev, finding to Hagee. Hagee looks to Barbashev. And Frizu takes it over. He sets across the Spurgeon. Chisholm's right toward wing. Up across. Pietrangelo puck with a steal. Trenner recovers the puck. Easy pass save by Gill. And he looks it over. Here's a chance there. It's a net save by Hill. And he will hold it in with under 15 minutes to spare on the pass. And they're off to take a next drawing face-off. 88/82. A little down a little range afterwards in the 80s section. But it looks like the 90s was a little better for the Wilds that they're doing it for.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I feel like that this would be, like, it was a better big pad save. It's a better bit of passing effectiveness. This kept up and coming back in. I don't see what's going in, but that must have been the hardest chance that they're doing it for. Nothing really sets down, but all I say now is that they're not really, like, picking everything back up. Hopefully, there could be a backup range here by those team. Let's see what happens if anything keeps it in. Icing will be on the Vegas Golden Knights with only 14-13 to go in the third period. Now the teams are off and set, ready for a next puck drop. 5-4 is the score. And a win for Minnesota Wild. Brodin on a shot, stopped by Hill. Rosie, no shot, save again. Wilds on a full pressure. Rosie sets the favor, pulls it in, save play by Aiden Hill. Oh, the fans are really loving it. I can't believe it. That's another big save, and it really gives to give someone a stopping credit for. I love this energy for the goaltenders for the Knights. This really kept on going in from back and forth.
Flag goes right towards zones. Pat save up by Gill. Olofsson on the side. Fires it around net. And now Carlson's right over right toward the wing. Carlson look over again. Now finding the Fedor. And McNabb. McNabb lost his balance. They'll now get back to McNabb. Again. Pass deep. Broken up. Brodin's right toward his own. Theodore takes back to Olofsson. Back on ice, it's Mark Stone. Here's a chance. Eichel right toward the wing. Jack Eichel sets it over to McNabb, finding Petrangelo. Finding McNabb. And he's roughed in. Penalty will be on Minnesota on a slashing.
This is really like not turning to be so well.
That's what happens. They're not going to get over this on a nice chance. That's going to make him stop down. Slashing is going to be on Matt Zuccarello with
number 36 on the Wilds. 2 minutes for slashing.
You see, that's not really like playing helpful.
That's definitely slashed up, and that's going to make him rough somebody up. That's another penalty for the Minnesota Wilds. .51. Time of the penalty for the Minnesota Wilds as they'll get another power play for Vegas. Now to win.
Minnesota penalty, number 36, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 12:51 remaining in the third period. That's a penalty on the Minnesota Wilds. Matt Zuccarello, number 36, for a 2-minute penalty on the slashing. Time of the penalty, 12:51 remaining in the third period of the playoffs. That means you're a Golden Knights.
I don't see anything going on over here.
Ball must have been a clean defense. I don't just see anything that's going on. I figured Olofsson would have had a chance, but it looks like one of the defenders are right behind him.
Eriksson, shot blocked. Dorofiev. Brazil. Eriksson, it's back to Smith. And he will down roll the hurdle. Again, Olofsson. Olofsson slides it out. Trying to get back to Stone. Here's Brazil. 1:09 to go. Now the Golden Knights will have their chances back the other way. Finding Eichel. Eichel. Pull in. Carlson for the block shot. For the rebound take. This one keeps it out. Now rolls to Dorofiev. Carlson right toward wing. Took the smash kick. Now rolls back the other way. Dorofiev rolls again to Fedor. Fedor now finds it off to Carlson. Carlson. Here's Eichel. Glove snatched by Fleury. 11:14 in the third and only 35 seconds for the Knights power play. They're still getting back into it. Now the win for Minnesota as Favors right toward in his zone. Off to Palegna. And it will send out of the play off on the glass. In the offside zone, in a neutral face-off, only under 30 seconds for tonight's power play, and only 11 minutes in the third. On the back over again, Barbashev. Chance is over. Olsen shot saved here by Fleury. Smith right to her behind the net. And it rolls over to Hannafin. Hurdle shoots. Save play by Fleury. Wall's penalty sounds almost up. Hurdle saved on Fleury. And Smith fires it. He scores! Noah Hannafin. And Rooney has done it again. Dodger Miles. Noah Hannafin is really giving a better chance. There's a lot of chances that he could have ended up with some rebounding goals. No question makes sense, but that really must have took an up and out. Wow, I don't see what you get, but that is another playing goal. That is another playoff goal. They really settle it in to get that one back. Now the Wilds will win the face-off. Gardine now sends to Faber. Give to Kaprizov. Over the pass. Saw takes it over. Here he comes. Toward middle. 2-on-1. Garfield lost the puck to try to get the goal, but 2 goals in the playoffs. And it rolls back to Arco.
Almost would have been a snatch. That was almost going to be another perfect chance here. That would be another playoff goal for Garfield. I would have seen that if this would have taken some great chances.
Here's Boldy. Boldy shoots it and it will roll out of play in the netting. Now they're ready to take their next puck drop. 29-23, Minnesota Wilds on a face-off. Now to win, Spurgeon. Erickson, pass broken up. Ayu. Boldy. Stop a hill. Aggies rolls to Petrangelo. Rolls it deep. Icing on Vegas Golden Knights. Get ready for the next skit as it's back in town as we are ready to have our newest part of a skit. That means it's Party Freakout. Featuring the BFTI and Animated Sandy Tour 2025. The next show will be happening here on July 13th. And after this show, we'll be the vlog video, so we will be keeping your eyes here on your own.
Assisted by number 19, Riley.
You may remember this later for the last vlog video, but this time,
49,
it's back again.
Ivan
So don't miss your chance here to watch this one
Time
for
and a goal,
our next skit,
9:23 remaining in
plus
the
the
third
freak
period.
out of the party.
Noah Hannafin, his first
and
playoff
draw
goal
the
assisted
skit
by Riley
on
Smith and Ivan
SOBs.
Barbashev in the third period at 9:23 in the playoffs.
Howden's right to her in the wing, and that one broke up by Gudero. They passed the midway mark in the period. Zuccarello loses puck in, tries to get his back and feed her hat. Eichel right to her in the wing. Off the Barbashev shot, saved by Marc-Andre Fleury. Barbashev right toward wing. Gustafsson still trying to keep in from some positive issue to make sure that he's all good in. And Salinsky scores! Shea Theodore! What a great play! Got 2 goals in the playoffs. Salinsky, Shea Theodore, the main one down, and now this is another playoff goal. They're really never in. That's what happens to the Knights and keep it alive. Again, passing from Marc-Andre Fleury. This really must have taken some big cues. And, hard drive is really like no big deal on the effort. That seemed to be like a hot struggle after Theodore putting up some backhand and with his goal kick. That's really like all he had. I've never seen anyone that does for this the whole time. That is pretty big. Feeder will set the stone as this one rolls it in right toward off the Barbashev. Mike Knapp. Feeder shoot for 3. Didn't get quite enough. McNabb, Stone, stick lifted. Gustav Nyquist takes it up. Rolls it over. Forsling shoots it, and a save puts it in by Aiden Gill. Again to Eichel.
27.
Eichel with 8 minutes remaining in the third period. He'll set it again to Theodore.
Assisted by number 55, Keegan.
Off the defender traffic, and Olofsson gives it over now, finding McNabb.
And by number 14, Nicholas.
Theodore went down. Oh, Theodore was
time and goal,
smack
11:23 remaining in the third period. Shea Theodore, his second goal of the playoffs, assisted by Keegan Kolzar and Nicholas Cagey in the third period at 11:23 in the playoffs.
And back to Yakov Trenton right toward the upper way. On a chance. Stop play by Gill. Two-time stop. Olofsson takes it over. A sent pass to Noah Hannafin. Carlson wanted to go with him. Fires it. And he scores! Here's 4 goals for William Carlson. He broke it over from the limit of the playoffs to keep it undone.
Now, I didn't see that Carlson was making that zone. That's quickly, and he just really make it throw it back out. It's really kept him from coming backwards, and that goal must have took it. That's a great change off to get another goal of extra step.
Golden Knights up by 4 as William Carlson enters his 4th playoff goal as he really makes his way down to Dorothea. 4th goal in the postseason. And he just had 4 goals this point. Whitecloud out of Hannafin. And over the side. Side to Whitecloud, shot glove saved by Fleury. Man, Fleury's getting a little bit beaten up here by the Golden Knights. There really is just been comfortable enough in the first period, but the second period was okay, but the third period, he got a little beaten up here by the Golden Knights as he couldn't get his own goal back to stay out. I mean, this is really what our changes are.
Score!
It does so.
I just really felt like this would have been helpful enough to get over. Oh, what a nice save by Gill.
Well, it didn't really feel like that was going to happen. But he just really took a nice use of the crowd.
Side right toward Wayne.
Assisted by number 15.
And here's Petrangelo. Sets to Dorian. Dorian shot saved up by Fleury.
And by number 95, Victor Olofsson. Time and goal, 12:43 remaining in the third. William Carlson is for a playoff goal, assisted by Noah Hannafin and Victor Olofsson in the third period at 12:43 in the playoffs.
Goodaroo again to Zuccarello. Zuccarello speaks it over, and Hill will cover it up with only 6:13 in the third. We're nearing the end of the third, but there's still lots of time for Minnesota if he gets their never goal to keep it alive. This one holds in. It's Goodaroo, and a shot scores. Brock Faber, his first goal of this playoff, and he enters it in his first postseason.
Doesn't seem like he was really like giving all what he did.
That Brock Faber was really giving a nice backhand.
That one really sets it up with a nice goal take. That touch up, it was really all what he had.
Now they're ready to take the next puck drop. It's an 8-5 game in the third, down to 6:07 remaining in the third period. And the win for Eichel is now Stones right toward in the wing. On a pass now finds Eichel. Eichel sits over to Hague. Petrangelo.
Score for the Minnesota Wilds. His first goal of the playoffs. Scored by number 7, Brock Faber. Assisted by number 89, Frederick Goodaroo.
Faber looks to
Time to goal,
Zuccarello.
13:53 remaining in the third period.
Hayes right
It's Brock
toward
Faber,
the
his
wing.
first playoff goal, assisted by Frederick
rolls it
Goodaroo
back.
in the third period
A pass
at
over now by
13:53 in the
Petrangelo.
playoffs.
Here's Eichel, right toward wing. On his own, shot made. Oh, that stayed out. What a great stoppage here for the goaltender.
Didn't feel like he was comfortable enough, but it seemed like I would almost been unlucky. For some reasons, that was like almost unlucky. They really figured like, well, they didn't have a choice to do it all. But that really must have had a nice stick out. That's from the goal range. Just put it back in.
Stop by Fleury. Man, he's definitely like stopping it again. Pulls it or save. Covered it up with only 5:13 in the third. That'll win for Carlson as McNabb sets it over. To the side to give to Carlson. For 5, he does it again! My goodness! He has 5 playoff goals! Has to beat over by Fleury. Oh, stop this guy. Somebody stop him. Wow.
And I mean, I knew you had no luck in that. Carlson was giving everything he did for it. And well, that's what he did. He catches his 5th goal in the playoffs.
That's crazy. He took everything like that, and he was ripping it off.
I just really don't believe that there was another great change on the goal.
And well, that's it for now for Fleury. As Gustafsson will come on the board and get ready to sub in for Andre Fleury. He's been a best run here, but it seemed like his night is definitely over in Game 2. I couldn't believe that he just tried to do everything for the first period and the second period. But the third period was beaten. He passed the 5-minute mark presented by Discovery. Now Smith, he rolls it over now finding the McNabb. And here's Caprizo, trying to settle in right toward the 2. On the line, and a save puts up by Gill, and this fucks the zone out of play. Who do you think had a better night? I will send it over to LJ.
Well, folks, I was seeing things going in as I seen that it's just what they did for. And because of what this range does, it does happen with only one. And that must have been that this one goal changes up to Alex Pietrangelo and Carlson, but only one must maintain for no benefit of the C9 ability. It was really like all he did, but all it just matters of fact.
Assisted by number 27, Shane.
Just a great touch. Now he's really lucky giving it
And by number 3, Braden McNabb.
I love these stats.
Time and a goal, 14:54 remaining in the third period. William Carlson is 5th playoff goal, assisted by Shea Theodore and Brady McNabb in the third period at 14:54 in the playoffs.
Nice take for Noah Hannafin and to finish off in the postseason.
Puck rolls out of the zone. And a rebound by Foligno. Set to Hartman, save out by Hill. Carlson goes to Dorofeev. It rolls back over to Burdine. Burdine looks to Gooderud. Passes to Foligno. Foligno toward middle. Shot covered up by Hill. Dorofeev. He rolled down with a big hit. And now it's rolled to the outside. Here's Zuccarello. Shot glove saved by Hill. We're nearing a 3-minute mark in the third, and they'll be ready to reinforce the regroup for the next puck drop. There's a lot of chances over for the Vegas Golden Knights as they're really picking up another face-off wins, but they're still like they're down by 4, and now they're down by 5 on the face-offs. Set the Barbashev, and back into Minnesota territory. Chisholm pass to Gooderud. Gooderud finds Spurgeon. Pass broken up for the Vegas Golden Knights. Shoots it, saved by Fleury. We're nearing down the 2-minute mark in the third. 9-5, the score in the third period. And a win puts in for Minnesota as Chisholm now has it again to Zuccarello. Zuccarello's up in the opposite zone. And he will cover up for Hill with 2:34 remaining in the third. Critical draw moments here. Vegas and Minnesota are the top team in today's games. McNabb battling along again on Theodore. That pass is whipped away and missed. Fleury will cover things in with 2:22 remaining. Eichel wins the faceoff. He's over to McNabb. McNabb to Theodore. Set to Stone. Again to Theodore. Again to McNabb. Shots blocked. Rebounded by Boldy. Boldy in his zone. Pass broken up in the middle. And he's off to Barbashev. Barbashev, he'll try to regroup here. And now Hill will take it around off the wall, and it's back to Theodore. Rolls to McNabb. He finds Kolzer. Kolzer to Rural, and it's back to Gabriel Kaprizov. Kaprizov looks to Baldy. Eriksson Ek. Pass to Baldy. Shot saved by Hill. Under 2 minutes in the third period, they're ready to take their next face-off puck drop. Vegas wins the face-off as White Cloud's right on the opposite zone. Anafin gives to Kulzer. Kulzer, out it, shoots, stopped by Fleury. 1:27 remaining in the third period. What is the time in the minute? As for right now, the Vegas Golden Knights have been one of the best teams in the Western Conference. They are just pulling in with a big win.
Of course they are. I mean, I just really noticing that they really kept on playing it backward again. And now we feel like, well, you name it. This really was big standard success.
Now for the win. Scoring in shots, saved off here by Aiden Hill. And he looks to Whitecloud. We're down to a final minute in the third period. Saad right.
There's only 1 minute remaining in the third period.
Durfee shoots, saved by Fleury. The rebound by Durfee. A takeover, a glove snatch by Fleury. 50 seconds in the third period as the time is winding down. A lot of the line left to be played here. Hurdle wins the faceoff. He's over to Hagee. Hagee looks at Petrangelo. And a set around again, Dorafia. Hagee. Hurdle. Shoots. Save play. Saad. On his own. It's big stop by Fleury. One time Hagee. Redirected. Petrangelo. Went down. Johansson's right toward wing. With the hope, here's Johansson. Shoots it safe by Hill. Dorofiev. Again to Higgy. And Saad will finish it off with the final remaining 6 seconds. Hurdle with the finish. Gutierrez right toward the wing. Johansson, and that will do it. Vegas Golden Knights on the final score, 9-5 in, as they're up the extension 2-0.
Well, that's all it does start to be. Victory stands out to be the Golden Knights. As for Hill, he's done an incredible job. I would say
that means your Golden Knights are victory!
And that's all we have here, folks.
As I mentioned it here before, this was a great game on the Impact. Along with me, Terry Cruz and Paintbrush and Center Ice's LJ, this has been a presentation of the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on EA Sports. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.
Alright folks, thank you so much. Joel Eriksson next starts with his 3rd star of the game. 1 goal, 2 assists, and 11 hits. Then, the 2nd star player of the game will be Shea Theodore with 2 goals, 1 assist, and 1 hits. He really did take what he did for
and that goal must put it in. And the first star, William Karlsson, with 5 goals and 1 assist and 1 against. This has been on the biggest new record, beating over 3. I couldn't say that he has really been worked out well. Oh, of course he did. You may never just noticing what changed off, Stanley. He couldn't get over this one, that boy. What is the big use? I know. I mean, I don't know what they did here, but it definitely turned out harder than expected. Here's how you do the total statistics. 93 total shots on goal for Vegas. 1456 time of attack for Vegas. And it was a 4-minute penalty kill for Vegas, and only 2 power play goals with 753 on a power play minute. Alright, here's my take here. 110 for the hits on Minnesota, 415 for the time of attack, 88% for the passing, 0.4. Then 38 face-off wins, and then it goes right over to the 10-minute penalty kill with 1 power play goal. Well, that's it for now. Game 2 is officially done. And that's right. Get ready for Game 3, as we will have after the NBA playoffs, and then we will send you to the other side to get ready for our next matchup. This pre-entry game is not always the easy one to take, but you just gotta keep on focusing what you did. In the meantime, we're out of here. Me fun along with Silver Spoon. This has been a presentation of the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on EA Sports. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye! So long in Vegas.
If you don't, somebody will.